Greetings, YouTube. Today I'd like to talk about economic inequality, economic imbalance in America. Now, what fascinates me, and I've watched this firsthand, is how Americans seem to think that the imbalance is less than it is, and they want it to be even less than they think it is, when in reality, the true economic imbalance in America is vast. The top 20% of our population control 80% of our income. That's it. They control 80% of our national's economic power. And that right there is true class warfare. Except it wasn't declared by the lower class or the middle class. This warfare was openly declared on the United States by the upper class. Now, I work with a guy, I'm going to call him Bob. And Bob isn't a bad human being. For example, he freely admits that, when CEOs get $250 million severance packages for ruining a corporation, that's wrong. That when people don't get their child support because, the system doesn't work well, that's wrong. When child care costs are so high they can cripple a family and mean that the two parents can't work, or if they try to work, a vast majority of one of the parents' income is chewed up by child care costs. He sees these disparities, he sees this imbalance, and yet at the same time, in the same breath, he will say that it doesn't matter that the top 20% of our society controls 80% of the income. It doesn't matter to him. It doesn't matter to him that his civil liberties have been undermined because he perceives that his civil liberties are intact, even though they aren't. When I mentioned that he should become more informed so that he will have a better understanding of the situation at hand, he says he doesn't want to become more informed. He glories in his ignorance. He is proud of his willful ignorance. He wants a flat tax. He wants 20% across the board for everybody, which would, I told him, I said, that would get you elected by every CEO in America. I said, we cut your hair, we get you a new set of teeth, and you'd be president. All he cares about is that he has $100,000 in his 401k, he's a $30,000 truck, he's got a $10,000 meter truck. That's all he cares about. Himself. He's the absolutely perfect member of the Republican conservative base. Short-sighted, with no memory, with no understanding of the past, the present, or the future, only concerned with his own well-being, and has no concern whatsoever for anyone else around him. He doesn't care if anyone else's civil liberties are undermined. He doesn't care if anyone else is in a horrible economic situation because the system is out of balance. All he cares about is himself. And it breaks my heart because he's not a bad human being. But he continues to vote for policies that are destroying America, that are taking the current imbalance and driving it into the direction where it's just going to get worse. And I can't make him understand because he doesn't want to. He has no desire to comprehend the problem. And so long as it doesn't affect him, he's going to keep right on doing what he's doing now. So I'm going to lay this out as clearly as I can. If you make less as a family than $250,000 in America, do not vote conservative. It is not in your best interest because the conservatives will hurt you. Their goal is to eliminate the middle class and to drive every single America to the bottom, to turn our nation into a third world country. And they use hot-button social issues to do it. They use your outrage at things that they themselves have created. And they do it again and again and again. The best example I can think of is What the Heck is Wrong with Kansas, which is a wonderful book, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's interested in politics and economic inequality. It's really well done. I gave my copy away because I hoped that somebody will read it and realize that we've all been duped and that Americans keep voting for people that hurt them. And I apologize if I insult anyone with this, it very much is a battered spouse syndrome. We keep coming back, and we keep getting beaten, and we keep believing them that the next time will be better. And they lied the first time, they're lying now, they're going to lie in the future. And it breaks my heart when I see Americans do this, and it breaks my heart when my coworker Bob says what he says, and I don't know what to do about it. I really, really wish I did.